Good afternoon and welcome to today's Mid-America Christian Baseball Preseason Press Conference. Joining us today is the head coach of the MACU Baseball team, Brett Stanton, and alongside him are senior outfielder Jan Adames and senior pitcher Frensly Leito. Thank you for being with us today, guys.
Thank you for having us.
My opening question is for Coach Stanton. Coach, you are entering your second year at the helm and your third season overall. In your first season as the head coach, the team finished with 24 wins, which is the most this team has recorded in a single season since joining the NAI in 2008. Can I ask what direction you'll be looking to take the program here in your second season as head coach?
Well, in the second season, we really just want to kind of build on the success that we had. We're returning some good players back, and we've added a lot of firepower to our lineup, and I think our pitching staff will be really competitive. So I really see this kind of being that big stepping stone to some national prominence here.
My next question is for Jan. You are entering your fourth season with the team and you are coming a career yet to boot. You finished your career best, a 386 batting average, 652 slugging percentage, and 12 home runs with 55 RBIs, which all rank in the top 5 single seasons in MACU's history. May I ask what led you to your improvement from the plate and what part of your game are you looking to showcase this season?
Well, definitely was the support between my teammates, my coaches, staff, and it was a lot of work in the fall. We'll be doing extra work in the mornings, the trust. Everybody trusting on me and the moment that I was performing. And I feel like a lot of responsibility was on me, and I want to be there for my teammates, and as well as they were there for me too, and as my coaches too.
I have a question for Frensly. You're coming off a stellar year from the mound. You finished with a 1.46 earned run average, which is the third lowest of any MACU pitcher in the program history. And on the top of that, you just became the third player in MACU to be named All-SAC First Team. And with you entering the third season, can I ask you what we can expect out of you and the rotation as a whole?
They can expect from us being very competitive, take care of the little things, and all the numbers will take care of themselves.
Coach Stanton, while Jan and Frensly were two big pieces from last year's roster, you have a lot of newcomers that you can expect a huge impact to the lineup and rotation this season. Can you tell me about some of these incoming players and what we can expect out of this year's roster?
Yes, just to touch on that, these two are some really, really big pieces, not just for our program, but for any program in the country. I think Frensly is one of the top arms in the country, especially returning. Had a stellar year the last 2 years, really. Jan's going to probably end up one of the most decorated players, maybe even athletes in this school's history. So having those guys back is huge. We added a lot of new players that are very interesting. We have Blake Diggle is coming in. I think he's got a chance to really make some noise in this region. We've got a couple guys, a D1 kickback transfer, Andrew Nwia. We're expecting him to put up some big numbers as well, and he's just a really good clubhouse guy. We also got Caden Harris from Brookhaven Community College, put up big numbers there on a deep playoff run for them. Omni Ortega was one of the top players in junior college a year ago. Really, really good bat that can run and patrol the outfield for us. And then we added a lot of nice arms that are kind of interesting. We have another Dutch national team arm in Luke Terbeek. That's really interesting from Arizona Western. He's a multiple pitch guy that can really compete in the zone. Zane Robo is going to be a big help for us. And then Cam Brown also is a guy that came in last year as a freshman. Never looked, scared or anything like that, and competed very well. His development through this fall has been really, really big for us, and I look for him to have a big year.
Frensly, you're a pitcher that has been a starter, a middle reliever, and a closer in your career. You became a starter late in the year last year and expected to make a pretty big impact in the starting rotation this year. Can I ask how you were able to make such a great transition into a starting role, and what sort of approach do you take to be able to go deep in your starts?
It doesn't really matter if I start early leave. If the coach believes that that's the right fit for me, I'm willing to do whatever it takes for help the team win. And to go deep into starts, I just attack the hitters and keep the pitch count low, so we can go a complete game.
Yeah, and it was mentioned before that you're in your 4th year with the program, so you've had the chance to see the program evolve. Can I ask you what's your favorite thing about being at MACU, and what can you say about the makeup of this year's team?
I was being at MACU for 4 years. The community, the environment here is really, we all support each other. It doesn't matter what sport you are part of it, you're going to be being supported by everybody. And with the years past, I can see like we were playing this big game, this baseball, and having Coach Stanton coming in and see him making that big game look smaller, take care of the small details. How Frensly mentioned earlier, those are the things that help us a lot. Paying attention to the small details, and at the end of the day, and by the years, I can see that here in MACU happening.
Before we end today's press conference, Coach Stanton, do you actually have any final thoughts before we end today?
Well, this is going to be one of the first years, it feels like, in a long time to where we can have fans out there. I know last year was kind of modified. Sometimes we go places that wouldn't allow any of our fans to come. So while we're able to, let's get fans out there. Let's have a good time. We've had a lot of facility upgrades to our all over the athletics facilities. With a new indoor and now a bunch of upgrades at the baseball field. So come out and support these guys. They work really hard, and I think we'll have a really good season for you guys.
All right, well, that'll do it for this year's Mid-America Christian Baseball Press Conference. The Evangels will officially open the season down in Texas on February 4th and 5th. They'll be at Wiley and Jarvis Christian. Then we'll play our home opener here against Friends on February 8th. We encourage fans to come out and support the Evangels this season. Like Coach Stanton says, we have a lot of new grade upgrades to the MACU baseball field, and should be a great season. So Coach Stanton, Frensly, Jan, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.